Have you ever felt like no matter how hard you work, life never seems fair? Have you ever looked at others and wondered why they have so much while you struggle for so little? There was a man who once felt exactly that, and what he discovered changed the way he saw everything. In a small village surrounded by dry fields, there lived a farmer named Devraj. His land was small, his tools were old. Every season he woke before sunrise and worked until his back ached and his hands cracked from the soil. But no matter how hard he worked, the harvest was never enough. He watched other farmers buy new equipment, build bigger homes, send their children to better schools. And every night Devraj looked at his own small hut and felt a heavy weight in his chest. "I have nothing," he would whisper to himself. "I work the hardest, and I have the least." One year a drought came, the crops shriveled. The little money he had saved disappeared into seeds that never grew. His wife stayed quiet at dinner, eating less so their children could eat more. Devraj sat outside at night, staring at his empty fields, feeling like a failure. He began comparing himself to everyone: the neighbor with the new well, the merchant with the strong bullocks, the trader who never seemed to struggle. The more he compared, the heavier his heart became. He started believing that he was simply unlucky, cursed even, a man destined to have nothing. One afternoon, an old traveler stopped near his field asking for water. Devraj brought him a clay cup from his well, the only thing of value he felt he still had. The old man drank slowly, then looked around at the dry land. "Hard season?" he asked. Devraj nodded, his voice tired. "I have worked all my life, and still I have nothing. Other men have wealth. I have only dust and debt." The old traveler was quiet for a moment. Then he asked, "Will you walk with me to the well?" Confused, Devraj agreed. At the well, the old man pointed down into the deep, dark water. "Tell me," he said, "what do you see?" Devraj looked down. "Water. Just water." The old man smiled gently. "Now tell me, if I gave you a sack of gold but took away this well forever, would you take that trade?" Devraj paused. Without this well, his family would not survive even one season. He shook his head slowly. "No." "And if I offered you wealth," the old man continued, "but you had to give up your hands, your strength, your ability to work this land tomorrow, would you take it?" Devraj's chest tightened. "Never." The old man nodded. "You keep counting what is missing from your pockets, but you have never counted what is already inside you: your strength, your family, your ability to begin again every single morning. That well has never run dry, not once. That is your true wealth. It was never invisible. You simply stopped looking at it." Devraj stood there in silence, staring into the water that had quietly supported his entire life without him ever noticing. He thought of his wife, who stayed by his side through every failed season. His children, who still smiled at him with trust. His own two hands, calloused but strong, capable of starting again tomorrow. He had been so busy counting what he lacked, he had never once counted what he already held. Something inside him loosened, like a knot untying after the years of being pulled tight. From that day, Devraj didn't stop working hard, but something in him changed. Instead of measuring his life against his neighbor's harvest, he began measuring his own growth. Each morning, before going to the field, he spent a few quiet minutes with his children. Each evening, he thanked his wife for a single small thing, even on hard days. He began saving little by little, not out of fear, but out of gratitude for what he still had to build with. Slowly the rains returned. His fields grew green again, but even before the harvest improved, Devraj noticed something else had already changed. He felt rich, long before he became wealthy. Just like Devraj, Many of us spend our days counting what we don't have. We compare our homes, our salaries, our success to people around us and feel a quiet ache of not being enough. But true wealth is rarely loud. It is rarely visible. It is the people who stay beside us, the strength in our own hands, the chance to try again tomorrow. We don't lack as much as we think. We simply forget to look at what never left us. The future you dream of is planted by the actions you take today, but it grows fastest in a heart that first learns to be grateful for the ground it already stands on. If this story touched you like this video, share it with someone who needs it and subscribe for more life-changing stories.